The alarm rang at 5:45 a.m., sharp and relentless. Cristiano Ronaldo opened his eyes, not just waking up, but waking to purpose. Most people dread mornings, but for him, the early hour was a sacred ritual, a promise to himself that he would outwork everyone, every single day. Success doesn't come by chance. Ronaldo learned that lesson on the cobblestone streets of Madeira, where he kicked a tattered ball, dreaming of stadiums he had never seen. Talent was just the beginning, it was discipline, relentless training, and an unshakable mindset that separated him from everyone else. And now, decades later, the secret behind his legendary status wasn't the goals or the trophies, it was the daily grind, the invisible work that no one applauds. Breakfast was precise. Protein, complex carbs, hydration, all calculated to fuel peak performance. Every bite was intentional, every sip measured. Ronaldo's body was a machine, fine-tuned through decades of rigorous routine. Nutrition wasn't indulgence, it was preparation, the first weapon in a battle that would rage all day. By 6:30 a.m., he was on the training pitch. Alone, at first, he moved like a predator stalking its prey. Warm-ups were dynamic, deliberate, a combination of stretching, sprints, and agility drills designed to awaken every fiber of his body. Each motion, each repetition, was a conversation between him and his potential. He wasn't competing with anyone but himself, challenging limits, reshaping boundaries. Ball work came next. Ronaldo dribbled, passed, shot, over and over, refining technique to perfection. Every drill was performed with intention. A goal scored in practice wasn't just practice, it was rehearsal for the decisive moments that would define a career. He visualized defenders, goalkeepers, split-second decisions, all before the crowd even arrived. But discipline wasn't just physical, it was mental. Before the world woke, Ronaldo spent time meditating, visualizing matches, mentally rehearsing scenarios that might arise. Pressure? He embraced it. Failure? He dissected it. Confidence? Built through preparation, not ego. This was the hidden engine behind his success, a mind sculpted with the same care as his body, a relentless focus that refused distraction or doubt. By 8 a.m., after 2 intense hours of preparation, Ronaldo paused. Alone on the pitch, sweat dripping, lungs burning, he reflected. Every record, every trophy, every iconic moment in stadiums filled with cheering fans had started here, in the quiet, unseen hours of relentless work. Success was not a sudden spark, it was a flame nurtured through decades of discipline, resilience, and unyielding ambition. He understood the truth few grasp: talent opens the door, but discipline walks through it. And for anyone seeking to understand greatness, the real secret wasn't magic, it was method. Every morning, every drill, every choice laid another brick in the foundation of a legendary career. Ronaldo's journey wasn't glamorous, it was rigorous, demanding, and uncompromising. But in that rigor lay the secret to achieving what most only dream of, being the best, not once, but consistently, over decades. And so, the day began. But this was only the start of another relentless journey, another chapter in the story of discipline, sacrifice, and the unwavering pursuit of greatness. By 8:30 a.m., Cristiano Ronaldo was deep into his training. The stadium was quiet, empty, yet every sprint, every drill, every kick was executed as if the world were watching. To him, preparation wasn't optional, it was a lifestyle. The difference between legends and ordinary players wasn't talent alone, it was the relentless willingness to go further, to push harder when no one else would. Warm-up drills transitioned seamlessly into high-intensity exercises, agility ladders, cone drills, explosive sprints. Each repetition was calculated, measured, and performed with perfection. His body moved with precision, honed over decades, responding to commands before his mind even fully processed them. This was muscle memory at the highest level, the silent language of champions. Next came ball mastery. Ronaldo repeated dribbles, shots, passes, hundreds of times. He recreated game scenarios, visualizing defenders, goalkeepers, and the split-second decisions that decide matches. Mistakes were dissected immediately, corrected without frustration, because for him, imperfection was simply a guide to improvement. Every touch, every strike, every pass was an exercise in control, instinct, and anticipation. Strength training followed. Weights, resistance bands, core workouts, all aimed at building not just power, but durability. Ronaldo's body wasn't just strong, it was engineered to endure the physical demands of elite football. Each repetition carried intention, each set a step toward the longevity that allowed him to dominate for decades. Pain wasn't avoided, it was embraced, understood, and transformed into performance. Recovery was just as vital. Ronaldo incorporated stretching, mobility exercises, and short meditation sessions to recalibrate mind and body. He understood the crucial balance: Peak performance depended not only on exertion but also on recovery, nutrition, and mental clarity. Discipline meant respecting both sides of the coin. Beyond physical preparation, mental resilience was paramount. Ronaldo spent time analyzing opponents, breaking down patterns, rehearsing strategies, and mentally simulating high-pressure scenarios. He visualized goals, passes, and victories, cultivating a mind that could operate under immense pressure without faltering. The greatest advantage he held over competitors wasn't physical alone, it was mental supremacy. By late morning, hours of relentless effort had transformed sweat and fatigue into readiness. Ronaldo's focus never wavered, and his purpose was clear: excellence demanded sacrifice, consistency, and a refusal to settle. Every day, every routine, every repetition contributed to a legacy far greater than trophies or records. It was the making of a champion whose work ethic inspired millions worldwide. And as he walked off the pitch, muscles exhausted but spirit unbroken, Ronaldo knew one undeniable truth: success is earned in the hours no one sees, in the discipline, the repetition, and the unrelenting pursuit of being better than yesterday. This was the secret behind every record, every accolade, every iconic moment. By midday, Cristiano Ronaldo transitioned from individual drills to team preparation. The locker room buzzed with energy, players discussing strategies, coaches issuing instructions, but Ronaldo brought a presence that elevated everyone. Leadership wasn't given, it was earned daily, in sweat, in action, in the relentless pursuit of perfection. Team warm-ups were intense. Passing sequences, tactical exercises, and set-piece rehearsals demanded absolute focus. Ronaldo led by example, sprinting, dribbling, and demonstrating precision. Teammates felt his intensity and responded in kind. His energy set the standard. Excellence, he knew, was contagious. Tactical meetings followed. Ronaldo and the coaching staff analyzed opponents meticulously, every formation, every weakness, every pattern scrutinized. Years of experience allowed him to predict moves, anticipate plays, and offer insights beyond the ordinary. Preparation wasn't guesswork, it was science, intuition, and countless hours of study combined. Lunch was strategic: lean proteins, complex carbs, and hydration tailored for optimal recovery and performance. Nutrition wasn't just sustenance, it was preparation for split-second decisions, for the stamina to outlast opponents, for the strength to turn moments into victories. Afternoon drills simulated the chaos of real matches. Ronaldo led exercises under pressure, defenders rushing, rapid transitions, high-intensity shots. Mistakes became lessons, perfection was the goal. Every repetition sharpened instincts, honed reflexes, and prepared the mind for the mental and physical demands of the game. But beyond the body, he trained the mind. Visualization exercises weren't just for focus, they were for dominance. He guided teammates through high-pressure scenarios, teaching them to remain calm under the roar of the crowd, to execute under scrutiny, to thrive where others faltered. Football, he knew, was won as much in the mind as on the pitch. As the day progressed, the rivalry intensified. Competing teams, intense scrimmages, and internal competition pushed every player to the edge. Ronaldo embraced it, not for ego, but to elevate performance. Challenges weren't obstacles, they were opportunities to demonstrate the power of preparation, discipline, and resilience. By late afternoon, Ronaldo's influence had permeated every aspect of team dynamics. His dedication inspired, his intensity demanded focus, and his vision guided execution. The foundation laid in morning drills translated seamlessly into collective performance. Every player understood: greatness is built in preparation, refined in practice, and realized in competition. As the team wrapped up, Ronaldo reflected quietly. The day's work, grueling, disciplined, relentless, wasn't for glory, applause, or fame. It was for mastery. Mastery over the body, the mind, the game. And when the stadium lights would shine, when millions watched, the world would see only the performance. Few would understand the hundreds of hours, the sacrifice, the unwavering pursuit of excellence that made it possible. The stadium was alive. Tens of thousands of fans roared, cameras flashed, and the world watched. Cristiano Ronaldo stepped onto the pitch, every sense alert, every movement calculated. But beneath the spectacle lay the truth. The performance everyone saw was built over years, decades, in quiet, unseen hours of relentless preparation, discipline, and focus. The match began, fast and intense. Ronaldo's movements were fluid, precise, instinctive. Every sprint, every pass, every strike carried the imprint of his morning routines, his training drills, his mental rehearsals. Opponents tried to match him, but they couldn't replicate the thousands of hours he had invested in mastering himself. A crucial moment arrived mid-game. Ronaldo received the ball at the edge of the penalty box. Time seemed to slow. His eyes scanned the field. With a burst of skill and precision, he executed a perfect shot. The net rippled, the crowd erupted, and teammates celebrated. For Ronaldo, it wasn't just a goal, it was proof that preparation, discipline, and unwavering focus pay off in decisive moments. The match raged on, demanding stamina, strategy, and mental toughness. Ronaldo led by example, inspiring teammates, demonstrating that greatness isn't just talent, it's resilience, dedication, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Every move, every decision, every heartbeat on the field reflected the countless mornings he had dedicated to perfecting his craft. As the final whistle blew, Ronaldo stood victorious. Fans cheered, commentators praised, and the world witnessed brilliance. Yet, he knew the real victory happened long before the match. It was in the early mornings, the silent training sessions, the disciplined meals, the mental rehearsals. Success was invisible until transformed into performance. Returning home, Ronaldo reflected on the journey. The secret to his success wasn't magic. It was method. It was waking up at 5:45 a.m., pushing through exhaustion, repeating drills, analyzing every detail, and refining every aspect of his mind and body. It was discipline, consistency, and an unyielding commitment to becoming better than yesterday. He understood a truth few grasp: talent opens doors, but discipline builds legacies. Every record, every trophy, every legendary moment was born from preparation, sacrifice, and relentless work ethic. And for anyone striving to achieve greatness, the lesson was clear: emulate the commitment, embrace the grind, and greatness will follow. As night fell, Ronaldo smiled, not at fame, not at accolades, but at the journey itself. The mornings, the routines, the discipline, they weren't burdens, they were the essence of who he was. And tomorrow, the alarm would ring again, the ritual would continue, and the pursuit of excellence would never end. For Cristiano Ronaldo, the story of success is not just in the victories, it's in the relentless pursuit, every single day, that turns ambition into legend.